Welcome back to Picture Breakdown. In today's video, we're going to be going over the third episode of the Falcon Winter Soldier. Just a quick heads up, there's going to be spoilers in this, so if you haven't seen the episode already, go and check it out on Disney+. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any weekly uploads. Alright, so we start off with the commercial for the Global Repatriation Council. This was the same organization that was actively against the Flag Smashers and what they were doing. Their slogan was Reset, Recovery, and Rebuild, which parallels FDR's three ways for getting America back on its feet after the Great Depression of relief, recovery, and reform. Bucky goes into the cell with Zemo, and Zemo begins to say the words that would trigger Bucky's mind control. But as we discussed in earlier episodes, the mind control that Hydra had put in him was taken out in Wakanda. Bucky tells Sam that they need to break Zemo out of prison, but Sam says that he blew up the UN, he killed King T'Chaka, and he framed Bucky for it. This is of course a reference to Zemo's actions during Civil War. He then asks Bucky if he thinks the Wakandans ever forgot, which is foreshadowing for the Wakandan Io showing up at the end of the episode. Bucky walks Sam through how Zemo is going to escape, and we see two inmates playing chess on the same chess set that was shown at the last episode right before we saw Zemo. On the plane, Zemo says that Sam does know what it's like to be locked in a cell, which is a callback to the ending of Civil War when all the people on Cap's side got put in cells on the raft prison. Zemo finds the list of names that Bucky keeps of people he wronged as the Winter Soldier, and it turns out that it is the exact same notebook that Steve used to write down for things that he needed to catch up on back in the Winter Soldier. Zemo says that they're going to Madripoor, which, as I explained in my breakdown of the first episode, is a crime-ridden city in the comics just off the coast of Southeast Asia, divided into the poor criminals and the rich overlords. Sam says that they're all talking about it like it's Skull Island, which is kind of funny because Godzilla vs. Kong just came out a couple of days ago on HBO Max. Bucky explains it as an island nation in the Indonesian archipelago that was a pirate sanctuary back in the 1800s. They get to Madripoor and Sam is disguised as Conrad Mack, the Smiling Tiger. In the comics, Conrad Mack is the son of a soldier and a bride of a cult. He had claws and he fought the Avengers from time to time. As they get into the car and drive away, the Winter Soldier music plays, signaling the coming part that Bucky is going to have to play as the Hydra assassin. Alright, so they meet up with Sharon Carter, aka Agent 13. The last time we saw her, she was giving the shield and Sam's wings to them, making her a fugitive of the state. She takes them to her place, and they see a painting that is a Monet called The Woman with a Parasol. This painting was last sold for $110.7 million. Sharon finds out where Dr. Nagel is, and Zemo pushes open a secret door very similar to the one Tony did in Age of Ultron.
The wall to your left. I'm reading steel reinforcement and an air current.
Please be a secret door. Please be a secret door. Please be a secret door. Yay!
Sharon is fighting off some bounty hunters, and one of them has a tattoo on his arm in French that translates to, "We've only scratched the surface a bit." Nagel says that he was taken in to finish Hydra's work on the Winter Soldier program after the 5 failed subjects in Siberia, which is a reference to the 5 Winter Soldiers that Zemo killed in Civil War.
If it's any comfort, they died in their sleep. Did you really think I wanted more of you?
What the hell?
I'm grateful to them, though. They brought you here.
He says that there would be no clunky machines or jacked up bodies, which is what happened when Steve got the Super Soldier Serum. They get cornered, but Zemo walks up with his iconic purple mask that he wears in the comics. He then picks them up in the car, but Bucky says that he's not going to move his seat up, calling back to that moment in Civil War.
Can you move your seat up? No.
The Flag Smashers steal food, and on the way back, you can see the license plate number CRO735, which could be a reference to the alternate timeline that Cap and Tony made when they went back to Camp Lehigh in Endgame to get the Tesseract and Pym particles, or TRN-735. Bucky says that he's going on a walk, but he goes off to find some Kimoyo beads that lead him to Ayo, a Wakandan in the Dora Milaje that we've seen a couple of times in the past movies. Since we already found out that the person making the super soldier serum is Dr. Wilfred Nagel, I'm going to find out who the businessman that is called the Power Broker is. So in Spider-Man Far From Home, we're able to see that the old Avengers Tower is being reconstructed for something new, and a lot of people think that this is going to be the new Oscorp building. I believe that this Power Broker would be a great opportunity to introduce the likes of Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, who's a big man of business. This could introduce how he becomes the Green Goblin by injecting the new super soldier serum into himself, but somehow it goes wrong. I know this theory is kind of a stretch, but it would be really great to see the Power Broker revealed as the Green Goblin. I think that this was a great addition to the series, and I was really excited that this episode showed us the iconic mask and jacket of Baron Zemo from the comics that we missed from his appearance in Civil War. We also got a good amount of satisfying action with the bar fight with Bucky as the Winter Soldier, and also the fighting between Sharon Carter and the mercenaries. I really love where this show is taking this, and I can't wait for the next one. If you have any questions about this episode, put them down in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next breakdown.